Hello, welcome to Scratch 3D Printing. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this 3D printer from Sovol. It's the M1D. Let's scratch today's 3D printer. If you are interested in this 3D printer, it is on Kickstarter right now. So let's just go ahead and check it right now. This Sovol M1D IDEX tool changer is on Kickstarter. And if you are interested in this, you can go ahead and back this project. To be very honest, I think I'm going to back this project just so that I can get my hand on this 3D printer when it comes out and to see what this is all about. As you can see right here, it's crazy. You can do all these different filament and you can do it with the same print. It's just crazy. If I were to back this project, this is the one that I'm gonna be doing because this one has the Sovol 3D printer plus the full enclosure kit with heated chamber. And I feel like that is just gonna be the best deal for your money if you are gonna be backing this. I think if you're just planning to print PLA or PTG, then this one could be a little bit better. This only includes the 3D printer and not the enclosure kit. Let's get back to the 3D printer itself on Sovol's website here. So if we just look at the image of the 3D printer here, we can see that it has 2 printhead along with 6 tool changer. That is just crazy. And you can print with 6 color at the same time. But here's just one thing that's kind of weird though. It says that it has 7 or 1 plus 6 tool heads, right? So if you count, it has 1 right here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th one is over here already. Are we able to print 7 filament? So with this, I think we're going to be able to print with 7 filament, right? But if we take a look at this rack right here, it only shows us 6 filament. So where is the 7th one filament? And if we look at the module back here as well, it only has 6 filament going in there, but it has 7 tool heads. So I'm not sure until I get my hands on it. I'm not sure about that. This 3D printer will feature auto vision calibrations for each individual printhead for the 2 printhead, which is great. And it has about 5-second tool head swap, which is very fast as well. It also has an auto filament system loading, which is a feature that I think most of these 3D printers should have. It's time consuming and sometimes it is quite difficult if you have this big setup with a confined space. This M1D here is going to be able to print up to 600 millimeters per second, and it can print 2 prints at the same time with each individual printhead, which is amazing. The size build plate of this 3D printer is 300 by 300 by 350, which I think it is pretty big enough. You know, mostly people don't really print this big, and I think that 300 by 300 by 350 it is good enough. Because if you think about it, it has all these tool changer, all these tool heads. If you make the build plate a little bit bigger, the 3D printer is going to be huge and it's going to be heavy. I've seen their ads and they say that this 3D printer in the box is going to weigh about 90 pounds, which is, oh my gosh, that is a lot. It has their EDDY, is this how you pronounce it? EDDY current sensor for sensing the bed leveling or something like that. I'm not sure. This is the first time I see this. Oh yeah, and Sovol, this 3D printer is going to be open source, which is going to be amazing. If we take a look at this short video right here, it shows us the process of the tool swap. I have another question here. Is the right one here or the left one, if you look at it from the other side, is this one the only one that is going to be able to swap the tool heads, or can the other one swap as well? Because if we take a look at this, you can see that on the left one right here, it has a wheel right there, right? It has a wheel of some sort, but the other one, it does not have a wheel. That is something that I noticed the difference between these 2 printheads. From what I think, maybe the right one is the only one that can swap tool. We won't know until we got the 3D printer. And if we take a look at the video right here, it can mirror printing mode, and the middle one here, it can do multi printing mode or multicolor printing mode, and right here it's going to do the copy printing mode, which print the same model on both printhead. Oh, if we take a look at this, okay, look at this. If we take a look at the bottom left right there, I think that's the 7 spool of filament. If we take a look at this image here, and if we take a look at the first video over here, you can see that there's a tube on the left over here. I think this pretty much confirms that the left printhead here is going to be able to print with only 1 filament, and the one that is going to be doing the tool head swap is going to be the right printhead right here. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And to be honest, I think this is smart because you only have to focus on one printhead that's going to do all the color changes. And the other one is going to be your primary filament. So if you think about it, I think that is pretty good and pretty okay in my opinion. It has auto vision calibration for both of the printheads. It will have tool heads auto Z lift, and it will have this, okay. Eddy current scanning provides non-contact, high precision measurements of the build platform. Nimbly automatic bed leveling for consistently high and reliable print. Oh, okay. With this eddy sensor here, the nozzle is not probing the bed anymore, huh? It's using this sensor just to measure the distance between the bed and the sensor of the nozzle. Okay, that is very interesting. And of course, it is going to be 5 times faster than all the 3D printer. It's so funny to me that every new 3D printer that comes with a new idea, they always use Bamboo 3D printer as the competition. And if we take a look at this image right here, we can definitely see that on the left hand side here, it has its own spool holder. And over here, it has this rack that's holding 6 spools of filament. So it definitely confirms again that the left tool here only uses this filament, while the right tool will be the one that is doing all the swap. It's going to be less waste versus other 3D printers. Yes, of course. And Bamboo 3D printer again. So in this case, it's going to be able to do 7 color. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This model, it looks like it does 8 color. 5-second tool head swap, 6 channel auto filament system, which is nice. And hopefully the system isn't as quite complicated if there's like a gem in there or something. There you item the 3D printer. So right here it comes down to which 3D printers you want. If you go with the M1D Essential, which is the open structure system that has no enclosure, you can see that it has all the open frames. There's no top cover, back, front, left, or right. There's no cover at all. It's just the frame itself. And for this, it's gonna go on for $1,299 on the super early bird. And then, you know, once it comes to market, it's gonna be $1,800. So this one, it has no enclosure kit. It has no heated chamber module. It's only for standard filament like PLA, PDG, and TPU. Maybe ABS and ASA, but those sometimes if you do longer prints, it requires a heated chamber. On the other hand, if you do decide to go with the advanced version of this M1D here, it's going to cost about $1,600, and the MSRP or the price that this 3D printer is going to be once it comes up, it's going to be $2,100, which I think it's fine, to be honest. $2,100 compared to other 3D printers as well. It has 7 tool heads with 2 print heads to be printing on this 3D printer, and it has enclosure, and the build volume is big, decent enough. For this, you will get enclosure kit, as you can see right here, along with heated chamber module. At the back here, you can see that there's 2 fans. I believe one is going to be for ventilation system, and then the other one is going to be a heated chamber. So for this version here, you're going to be getting all of this. It's more towards those higher up engineering materials like ASA, ABS, PEEK, PC, PP, PA, and stuff like that, nylon as well. So if you do plan to print with those, I think the advanced version makes more sense. But if you just want to get your hands into tool changers, then I guess the essential one is going to be better for you. But for me personally, I'm just going to go with the advanced version so that I get everything just to test it out and to see if it's good or not. These are some of the models that has been printed using the 3D printer, and I think it looks pretty sick. At the bottom here is the tech specs of the 3D printer. For a single nozzle build volume, the left and the right is going to be 300 by 300 by 350. If you do overlap with 7 head printing, it's going to reduce a little bit from 300 to 240. And the specs is here. If you want to read this, go ahead and do it. But most of the important part is that the max nozzle is 300C, which is a little bit lower than I would like, because if you're going to be getting the advanced version with the active heated chamber, you usually want to print higher grade material. So usually a nozzle temperature of 300C is a little bit lower than you would want. Usually you want to be at 350C so that you can print all types of filament, and you can do temperature adjustment based on the filament. But 300C for the max nozzle temperature, yeah, I feel like they should have make that 350C. And the default nozzle is going to be 0.4mm with the hardened steel nozzle, which is nice. It's using ceramic heating, which is also good. And if we take a look at here, the heated bed. The heated bed can go all the way up to 100C. 100C, it's good, but I do see some other 3D printers that can go up to 110C. Not sure at the moment, but yeah, 100C, it's good, but the nozzle I just kind of want it to be 350C. And in particular here, it has a chamber camera of 1280 by 720, which is nice. Hopefully the FPS is about 60 FPS so that we can see it clearly. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. If you want to look at this furthermore, you can go ahead and look at it. I will also leave this link in the description down below so you can take a closer look. Overall, I think that this system here is pretty good, and I'm definitely gonna back this on Kickstarter just to test what the Kickstarter experience is like, and I will give you guys an update during the way. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you plan to back this 3D printer on Kickstarter as well? Or would you rather wait for it to launch and have other testers like me and other people test it before you purchase this 3D printer? If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe because more amazing videos like this is coming. And once this 3D printer launch and I get my hands on it, I'll be making a video showcasing this 3D printer on how amazing all these tool changes. You don't want to miss that. And if you haven't yet, consider becoming a member of the YouTube channel. It helps me tremendously. And as always, keep on 3D printing. After I recorded the video on Sovol M1D 3D printer, I went ahead and backed this 3D printer. Hopefully Sovol can deliver this 3D printer the time that they promised on here, which is November of 2026. This is so exciting. And to prove that this is not fake, like this, I am moving around, I'm refreshing the page, stuff like that, and yeah, congratulations, let's go.